A kindergarten and a first grade standard. Our kindergarten standard is NCKMD3. Classify objects into given categories, count the number of objects in each category, and sort the categories by count. So I am expecting her to sort and classify objects into distinct categories using colors, shapes, and size, using pattern blocks. So I have some different sizes, like thick. These are thick boys. And these are little thin ones. So I have thick ones and I have thin ones. And they're all rectangles. Then I have little ones, like these. And then I'm going to put these out. We have squares, different sizes again. And then circles. And then more bigger circles. And then triangles. Different sizes triangles again. And then we have hexagons. And different sizes of hexagons. Alright. So I am having my mom put them into attributes, which are characteristics or features of objects that allow it to be grouped with other objects of a similar shape, size, and color. Okay, can you find all of the yellow shapes?
The season is better. Yeah. And you're happy. It was like, it's not. Well, not for nothing, but that's a good, that's not it, and, lighting food, I think it's like how much that's it.
Can you find me like shapes and put them together?
Big and little, or just
Like shapes.
like shapes? Okay. The hexagons,
Yes.
the rectangles are like shapes. And then the circles are like shapes. And then the triangles are like shapes. And then the squares.
Yes. No, how many objects? One object are in these categories. Like how many squares are there? How many rectangles are there? How many?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4
Hexagons.
4 hexagons. Very good, Mama.
Okay. And 4 triangles, because there's big triangles and little triangles.
Can you put all of the thick boys into one category?
All the thick shapes into one category.
Yes.
Okay. All right, these are the thick hexagons. And then these are the thick triangles. And there's one big and one little of each.
Mhm.
And then there's thick circles and thick rectangles and thick squares.
So how many thick shapes do you have in all?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes, 10 of those. Can you find all of the small shapes? Like the little tiny ones? Even the shapes that are thin, like this.
Small shapes, fat or thin.
Yes.
Small shapes, fat or thin, okay? There's the hexagons, small, fat, and thin. The triangles, small, fat, and thin. The circles that are small, fat, and thin. the rectangles that are small, fat, and thin. The squares are small,
Or small.
fat, and thin. Okay?
Okay, and then find the ones small, thin shapes.
Small, thin shapes. Okay, square, rectangle, circle, triangle, hexagon. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are all the small, thin shapes.
Okay.
So how many are then that group?
In the small, thin shaped group,
Yes.
there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Very good. Now, can you find me the shapes that have 4 sides?
Okay, that would be rectangles and squares. And these are the fat rectangles and squares.
You can use
Oh, and the other ones too? You're throwing in the other colors? You are throwing me off.
shapes.
Okay, so this is a lot. All right, there's the rectangles. 4-sided would be rectangles and squares.
Yes.
Thin ones and fat ones. And these are all the 4-sided shapes.
Yes. How many are in this group?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Very good. Now can we find only the thin shapes that are 4-sided?
Only the thin 4-sided shapes, big and little
Yes.
ones, 4-sided.
And how many are in that?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.